Hello. Today is January, not quite January, December 30th, 2023. I'm in Northwestern Montana on the Desert Mountain Road where it connects with 490A. I'm parking here and going zero point 0.4 miles up 490A, taking a right onto Desert Mountain downhill trail, except I'll be going uphill. Go uphill about 2.5 miles up to Forest Service Road 590B, take another left and go up about a mile to Forest Road 11074. Take another left and go half a mile to an overlook. And hang out there, have lunch, and then come back the same way. It's starting out quite foggy, low clouds. The temperatures are in the high 20s, and it should get up to about 35 or so. And also there should be partial clearing, so I'm hoping that by the time I get up to the overlook, there will be less clouds and more sunshine. We'll see what happens. It's okay. I can always come back another day. I absolutely love being out here. What is that, you may ask? That is an insulator on the side of a tree. Looks like a ponderosa pine tree. I have not noticed that insulator before. What's the big deal? Well, we're way out in the woods, and that insulator is about 20 feet above the ground. I'll get more perspective here. Up near the top of this mountain, which is called Desert Mountain, there are a lot of communication cell towers. There used to be a radio tower. In the 1940s, there was a telephone line or a power line, some kind of electrical communication stuff that used to run along this trail. Near the top of this trail, near the top of Desert Mountain, there's still an old cable laying on the ground, a black cable about an inch in diameter. And this is the first time that I have seen evidence that the cable was actually strung along the tree line. Kind of cool, a little bit of history. So I saw this contraption from the side of the trail. It's about 10 feet uphill of the trail. See, the trail is right there. Does anyone have any idea what this is? It looks like something left over from like the 1960s, maybe. Let's peek inside. Put a little more light on the subject here. It's pretty hard to see. I have the camera as bright as it goes. So it's just this structure made of galvanized steel and a 55-gallon container. I have no idea. Some kind of research going on there. It hasn't been used for years. And this is the first time, though, that I've actually taken the time to stop and poke my nose in there. All right, onward and upward. I've been hiking for about an hour, I think. Might have another half hour to go before I'm up on the Forest Service road. Strange galvanized boxes on top of a 55-gallon barrel in the woods. This is about a quarter mile from the first one. I have never noticed this one before.
As you may remember, we've been walking along Forest Service Road 590B up to this point. And now we see this sign that says the overlook is to our left. Walk down the road for half a mile to get to the overlook.
So off to our right, down in the valley below, are the communities of Hungry Horse, Montana, and Martin City, Montana, and Coram, Montana. They are all right along the middle fork of the Flathead River.
You'll have to take my word for it today, though, because the view is obscured by not only trees, but also the low clouds today. Oh, wow. Cool clouds. Oh, my goodness. So, directly below me here are three old benches. We are on the Quorum Experimental Forest land, and I believe they used to have ranger talks out here. There is also a rain gauge, that round structure just below the three benches. Wow, I can see the peak of Great Northern Mountain kind of off to our left at about the 10 o'clock position. Otherwise, mostly what we're looking at to the right of us is the Columbia Mountain Range, and closer and more to the left of our field of view is Emery Ridge. Hmm, nice. I don't want to leave.
So that is where I ate lunch, and while I was packing up to go, the clouds reformed and filled in the valley. Very cool. All right, I'm going to head back down the mountain, back to my car. It's about 5 miles. Does that sound right? No, it's about 4 miles. Here we go. So I'm just about back to the Desert Mountain downhill trail. I was appreciating the construction of this road, but can you imagine using that heavy equipment the very first time when they're cutting this road out of the mountain? It would take some courage and some skill. The sun is shining through the moss hanging from the branches, and the moss has frost on it that's melting, so it looks like tinsel, sort of white tinsel. Yeah, so I'm getting down to the lower portion of the desert mountain downhill trail. Uh, it eventually connects up to 490A, which is where my car is parked. But the sun is peeking out, and um, I'm just really appreciating this day. Uh, Again, the trail is in wonderful shape. It's kind of cool because the temps have been cool enough during the night to freeze the moisture that is in the dirt. So the ground is kind of crunchy. It has a very satisfying crunch as I walk along without being terribly slippery. Um, but I've been marveling at what a beautiful woods this is. The birds are twittering a little bit more now. It's been a really nice afternoon. And I just need to pound out the last mile or so here. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit of my joy. Yeah, so it seems like pretty much every time I come by this little creek, this is Abbott Creek. I'm almost back to the car. But I wanted to show that uh, it's been cold enough so that there's more ice that has formed over the creek bed. I just always think it's kind of cool to see the different structures. Let me lighten it up a little bit here. Oops, let's go the other way. There we go. But the crystalline structures of the ice, I want to be careful that I don't drop it in there. Then of course I love the sound. It's just a merry little stream. Let's look on the other side of the road. Yeah, so now that I'm just about done with my hike, the sun is peeking out more. We're getting more blue sky. It's just how it goes sometimes. I don't see any fishies. Huh. I'm looking at how the water moves underneath the ice at some places, and it almost looks like a fish. It's pretty cool. So that's the way I came from. And this is where I'm going back to the car. You can see the gate. All right, that's it.